we're going to talk about whether or not you can get him back from her by cheating. So we're kind of talking about revenge sex, but I want to get underneath that. What we're really dealing with here is the emotionally unavailable man. And you've heard in my videos and through my coaching, through my website, that there are four types of men: the good, the clueless, the difficult, and the toxic. But then there's a fifth type, a hybrid, and that is the emotionally unavailable man. And that means he's a combination. He can be a clueless man, he can be a difficult man, he could be a toxic man, normally not a good man, the good type, but he's emotionally unavailable and clueless. He's emotionally unavailable and toxic. He's emotionally unavailable and difficult. It just means that he is not emotionally attracted to you. Is he emotionally attracted to any other woman that he's dealing with? Doubt it, but that's his problem. What's important here is that he is not emotionally attracted to you. Now, was he at one point? Most likely. Is he now? Nope, he's not. So, where in the handbook should you begin? Well, before I get into that, let me say something else to you directly. You are not in competition with that other woman. You are in competition with him. It's based on the type of man that he is. And his not being emotionally attracted to you, there's no emotional attraction involved here. So, why is your struggle with her? Your struggle is with him. And I'll go a little bit deeper with it. You're not choosing, you're handing your choice of love and having the type of relationship you want to him. That's like putting a 2-year-old behind the steering wheel. His emotions, if involved at all, are all over the place. And you are in a relationship with him, presumably from the fact that there was an emotional attraction to you, but there isn't anymore. How is that her fault? I'm just asking. You could have an answer, but I'm just asking. But I do have an answer for you. I mean, like a real answer for you as far as, can you get him back from her by cheating? Let me take you through the what to look for in the handbook because there's a hidden treasure there in the handbook. So look at the pages on relationship space, and you'll see I talk about relationship geography, the power in distance. You're going to see the words energy connection. Click on that link, and it's going to take you to a video, and the video is about the energy connection. If you're viewing this, if it doesn't take you directly to YouTube, click the little highlight that says view this on YouTube so that you're viewing that video on YouTube. Then scroll down in the description. In the description of that video, I've put together coaching guide because I've had to go through this before. I just never publicized it. Um, but the coaching guide is how to deal with this type of situation. And I didn't list it about the other woman because I have like a the side chick guide and all of that stuff. So I didn't want to cross over these two populations of clients. This is about him, not the other woman. So you're going to see in the description, these are the headings you're going to see, and there are videos under each heading. Dealing with him before you break up with him. The next one is he's lost interest, beginning the pause. The next one is there hope for him, the clueless type of man? Then the next heading is widening your view during the pause. Then there's healing your triggers. And the final one is interacting with the man who is genuinely emotionally attracted to you. So remember, go into in the handbook, go to the relationships section, relationship space section, and you'll see relationship geography, power in the distance. Go down a little bit more. You'll see the words energy connection highlighted. That's a link. Click on that. It'll take you to the video. You need to look in the actual description of that YouTube video. So you need to be in YouTube in order to access what I'm talking about. All right. Go through that and trust me, I've done this before. That's why that's there. So this will help you through whether or not you should have revenge sex, because that's basically you're having revenge sex to get him back. And I'm going to answer that in a second, but I want to tell you the other places in the handbook to go through. Definitely go through the don't do list, go through the man guide, and in particular, the better other man also. And when go back to the introduction of the handbook where it says if you're currently not in a relationship, there's a video there, the introduction video. Watch that introduction video. The exercise, there's an exercise there about your perfect relationship. Also in the man guide, look at the difficult man. You could read the whole man guide. I'd suggest you read the whole thing, but and the videos are each video is attached, but really focus on the difficult type. Then in the leaning forward section, focus on stop focusing on him. Ha ha ha. No pun intended. Stop focusing on him, which is under the leaning forward section. And then, of course, situationship and tornado of thoughts if you are triggered by my saying revenge sex. If you're in denial about that, listen to tornado of thoughts. So we're talking about boundaries and honoring yourself. That's really where I'm going with this. And as you were talking about getting him back by cheating, kind of makes me think you have someone in mind already. I'm not telling you not to do it. I'd like to tell you how to do it. And that's why I directed you to the energy connection video in the descriptions, that little kit I have in the description, because you want to pause first and follow that coaching guide in the description of the energy connection video. And it will guide you in dealing with him. And that means limited contact because you need limited contact. You need to push him further out of your circle so that you have the ability to spend time with the other guy. Let me be honest with you. Okay. And I'm not trying to discourage you from it. What I'm trying to do is slow down the revenge sex. That's what I'm trying to do. Don't just hop into bed with this dude. Even if he's a guy from your past and he's already sampled the sugar. I'm saying to slow down that process and widen your view. Get into you. Heal a little bit because there's some anger there's some hurt there, understandably. Heal a little bit, but enjoy spending time with someone else because this reminds you of your feminine energy. It reminds you you're not stuck in this relationship with this person, even though you're attached to him. You're not stuck here. And you need to remember the beauty and the power of the feminine woman that you are. But in slowing down, I'm trying to keep you more on the side of the high value woman because there's a process to this. I'm not saying no, you have to work out the relationship with him first, before you step off and have a relationship with someone else. It looks like to me you're trying to open up a booty call here with someone else. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's how you do it. And the pause will will allow you not to regret, whatever steps you take, because if you go about it in a process, you may not end up sleeping with the other guy. You may just end up spending time with him and decide, I don't want to share my cookies with him. I want something more exciting. I want something more fun. And I actually went through this process once. And I slowed down. I practiced everything that you're going to see in that little guide under that video. And I ended up having the greatest summer ever because I slowed down and I was like, what's in this for me? I'm not looking for a forever connection. I'm looking for a for now connection. And because I slowed down the process, I really got to enjoy. I took a couple of trips, went to the Caribbean, uh, all of this because I was honoring myself. And he was the last thing in my mind. And he actually said to me, because men always show up when the weather turns cold. What do they call it? Cuffing season. He was like, yeah, since you had your summer off, I don't know what you were doing. He'll never know. But the point is that I honored myself. I didn't just jump into revenge sex. As a matter of fact, I wasn't focused on him, his lack of emotional attraction or anything else. I was focused on me and widening my view, my circle of interaction, that I have the choice, what I want, and I basically took a pause from that entire situationship because I'll be honest with you, once he no longer had emotional attraction, it became a situationship because I stayed. So when you're staying and there's no emotional attraction, that is why I told you to look in the situationship portion of the handbook. All right. Oh boy, isn't this a touchy video? But I needed to answer the question for you. So, can you get him back from her by cheating? Hmm. If it's a situationship, you're not cheating. If you are interacting with someone else on an intimate level, it should not be for the purposes of influencing your original guy. It should be because it's something that you want to do. It should be part of your healing. It should be part of your enjoyment. It should be your choice 100% through, not you're doing something to impact someone else. You're doing something because you want to. It's different if there's someone out there that you are extremely attracted to and you haven't acted on it, but you would love to sample that. It's completely different because then that means that you're pushing old dude aside. You're pushing him further out of your rotation and you're going down this path of romance, adventure, sex. Okay? Do you see the difference in that? It means you're not thinking about him and this other woman. You're not thinking about how you can get him back from her. To hell with her. She doesn't matter. It's him who you're in a struggle with. And that means it's a situationship. Go back to the situationship section of the handbook. There's a way to deal with that, but I guess the first part is to be honest with yourself because it hurts when someone who was initially emotionally attracted to you is no longer emotionally attracted to you because you're like, what happened? When, how did that change? And even worse, you start questioning, what did I do to make that happen? That's not the question. It's about accepting him and the situation as it is, honoring yourself, realizing that you have the choice, and heal. Heal from that pain. It's painful. And what makes it painful is that it was unexpected. You weren't expecting this. And I know in your mind, you're like, how dare he go and find someone else rather than try to work this out with me? You need to heal from that point because if you stay stuck in that, there'll be no healing and you'll end up having revenge sex. Whereas the new person could turn out to be a lot of fun. Remember that whole summer I told you about? It turned out to be a real nice experience. Why enter that improperly? Why enter that with baggage? If you have pushed old dude out of your rotation, he's out. So when you pursue this hottie that you're after, and I'm kind of assuming that's what the situation is, once you start interacting um with that person, then it's a clean slate. Okay, so and another thing, don't talk about your past relationships. The most important thing to say about your past relationships was, yeah, I'm just, he was cheating on me and I'm done with that. He's not important to me. Hmm. Can you say that honestly, that he's not important to you? That's what the healing process is, because when you realize it's your choice and that it has now become a situationship and that you deserve better, no, he's not important. Push him out of your circle of interaction. Bring the focus back to you and what you want and what you enjoy. And you don't need to announce this to him. You can just do it. It's called not returning the call, not picking up the call, not returning the text messages, being brief when you do have to see or speak to him, and just tell him, I need space and time to process. And that's the best, that's your script. I need space and time to process. So now he's to the side. You're free to go and do whatever it is that your little heart is desiring, and but do it the right way. That's all I'm saying, is do it the right way. And don't focus on or think about, can I get old dude back from this other woman by hanging out and interacting and having sex with this guy? No, that's not the way to do it, because you're creating a triangle. You're creating one big messy drama of situationships on all 3 points. Don't do that. So this is a hard one, right? But I've coached this before and I've been there before. So take the time, go through the coaching guide under the feminine energy video. You will find the link for the feminine energy video in the relationship space um, chapter in the handbook by clicking on the words energy connection. You'll see it. It should be the first page, I believe. Just click on that. And in the description of that video, you'll have to go to YouTube. In the description of that video, you'll find the coaching guide and go through each link in order. You might not be able to do it all in one day. It may take you a couple of days or a few days to do it. And you'll see the way to heal, re embrace your boundaries, push him out of your circle, push old dude out of your circle of interaction, and then go forward with the person that you're interested in. And yes, it does answer the question about if you still want to get back together with this guy, because it means you'll be entering a situationship if he's not emotionally attracted to you. So can you get him to be emotionally attracted to you by sleeping with someone else? No. But again, if he's not emotionally attracted to you, we're talking about a man who's emotionally unavailable. And there's no way, once a man is emotionally unavailable, there's no way to shift that back. That brings me back to the statement that your struggle is with him, not with her. And it's a struggle that you can't win because it's with him. You can't make someone be emotionally attracted to you if they are emotionally unavailable. Now, in time, can he turn around and be emotionally available? Can he turn around and be emotionally attracted to you? Anything is possible. Yes. But follow the guide because it allows for that. There's the link to the He's Lost Interest series, and that will take you through, if it's possible for you guys to work it out. But the process that you're looking at doing is fine, but your struggle is not with the other woman. And having revenge sex is not a way to get someone to be emotionally attracted to you, but you cannot get a person who's emotionally unavailable to become emotionally attracted to you, even if he was at some point in the past. I know that sounds confusing, but we're talking about men and the different types of men. So it's a topic that's all over the place. All right, I know this is very detailed and I hope it helps. And if you had another question, that if you missed the annual teleconference that you had the special invitation to as a handbook owner, can you still join the membership? Yes, absolutely. Just go in the handbook and click on the chapter for advanced leaning back and click on the image, and that will take you to the page to join the membership at a discounted price. Okay, until next time. Ciao.